So we're going to take a look at the state of the game.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Everett the diplomat, EJ.
Yes.
Impressive.
It's a good suit, actually.
Man of the people.
I'm in my own way. The shot.
You don't block the shot.
Let's say I'm better off being in my own way. For the viewer.
All right, well, where do you guys want to start? Let's start with the New York Rangers, because it might be too little too late for the Rangers, but boy, oh boy, do they look like they are coming into their own. We talked a little bit earlier in the show about the last month of the season. They've been one of the best teams in the league.
Absolutely. They've been, their star players have all kind of come together and heated up at the same time. Now, remember, we just talked about the COVID issues and how it affects players, right? Mika Zibanejad was impacted dramatically. He was not the same player for the first, 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season. Now you can't stop him. So he's going. Artemi Panarin, we remember that story where he had to take a leave of absence.
Yeah.
He's back and playing, and you pointed it out before. He's leading the league in scoring since early in March.
March 17th.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Fox, he's in the mix for the Norris Trophy.
Leading in assists.
There you
March
go.
17th.
You got the numbers down pat, as usual. So, yeah, the Rangers, to me, and with Kravtsov playing well and Bushnevich playing well, I mean, they're loaded with really talented players throughout their group, a lot of great young players, and they have more good players coming in the pipe. You just saw, the kid Jones from UMass. Zach Jones is someone that's going to be part of their group. There you see him up on the board. Keandre Miller has had a great first year. Niels Lundqvist, they really like him on the back end. 20, he looks like he's about 12. Another guy making me feel like I'm 100. But, Johnny, they are loaded with really talented young players throughout this organization.
They are, and I think that board we just put up there is the most important one. Is, they need some of those guys who are high prospects to develop into high-end players. But they do have a superstar defender. Adam Fox is a true number one, maybe not physically looking like it, but statistically and his performance on the ice is that. And I think that's such an important cornerstone from whatever any team does. Like, you need a top-flight defenseman. They have that. They've also transitioned pretty nicely out of Henrik Lundqvist. You can imagine that. With Shesterkin looking like he's going to be the goalie of the future. So they have a goalie. They have a number one D. They got to support that around. And they have this great group of forwards. And we're not even talking about Lafreniere, first overall, Capo Caco, second overall. They have other guys who are younger in the NHL who can get way better and should get way better in the next few years. The future is very, very bright. But the key is two of those other defensemen on that board you put up, EJ, developing into kind of top four guys. If that happens, look out. The Rangers are well positioned for a long run of success.
They're coming, as I keep saying. The Rangers are coming. How about the New York Islanders? They have certainly held their own in the division this year. Not scoring a whole lot lately, though, and I feel like this is not a new topic when it comes to the Islanders. They go through these periods where they don't score a lot.
But, the funny thing is they still can find ways to win. Look at this, the last 9 games. Like, Larry Brooks had a tweet on this, and I went back and looked it up, and they've scored 11 real goals in these 9 games. And they've won 6 of the games. They had 2 shootout wins. So to me, it just is, I guess the good news is they find ways to win even when they don't score a lot. Case in point, 1-0 over the Flyers the other night. Yep. But the bad news is that eventually when you're playing Pittsburgh and Washington and Boston in the playoffs, you're going to have to find ways to score goals. So they got to get it going in the right direction offensively, but it's a good team. It's well coached, a lot of structure, great goaltenders. It's a team that'll be a hard out in the playoffs if they can just find a few more goals, Johnny.
Yeah, well, Pulock and Pelech, top-flight defensemen. Not offensively, but shutdown guys. I think Sorokin's going to be a goalie of the future. That looks really good. They just need a little more dynamicism to go along with Matt Barzal because he has it, and let's not forget, they're missing Anders Lee. Yeah. He has a 40-goal scorer, their captain, and he's not there. Take a player of that caliber out of any lineup, it would look a little different.
It's well said. All right, that's the state of New York right now. That's all we got time for.